friends, and welcome back to my channel. Dior's new Cannage collection just released with 4 new limited edition eyeshadow palettes in addition to a new over volume mascara featuring the iconic Cannage print that we all know it is a nod to the Lady Dior bag inspired by the Atelier chairs with the Cannage medallions that are so iconic. In fact, you have no idea how many times I have to rent those kind of chairs to do weddings. They are some of the most popular, most romantic chairs that there are out there. Going back to this new Dior release, I placed my order at Dior's website and I just received it this morning in this gorgeous box. This is the box for Mother's Day. I'm a mom and I love when Dior does this kind of packaging. It just makes every occasion so special. And no, this video is not sponsored by Dior. These products were not sent to me by Dior. It is honestly my pure excitement about this new collection. I went ahead and purchased one of the eyeshadow queens in Silk Taupe. I had to purchase the DIORSHOW Overvolume Mascara. And there's also a new shade of the Dior Addict Hydrating Shine Lipstick that you know I love. So we're going to test it all today. As you can tell, I do have already foundation, blush, bronzer, concealer, brows are on. I will be leaving all the details of my makeup as per usual on the description box below, along with the links for your convenience, and they will be also tagged on the YouTube shop. So you just need to tap the screen and you will see right there the products. Although I'm very excited about this collection, I want to make sure that you don't get confused. This collection doesn't come to replace the formulation of the permanent eyeshadow queens. I know, I know. I feel that this collection is going to be as great as the Dior Plan de Paris collection that was launched around the same time last year. So it seems like this is going to be a recurrent launch for Dior during the spring season. Now let's talk about the beautiful compact. I honestly thought this was going to be some sort of leather-like, even if it was vegan leather, didn't matter, but instead it is hard plastic, which in a way it makes it really easy to clean up. I love the matte finish, and do you hear that? There is a little bit of a texture on it that it just gives a 3D effect that it looks very, very nice. And for those who are new here, welcome, and welcome to all of you. I do film in natural light with 4K resolution. It is a beautiful day, a little bit of clouds, but I think perfect lighting to really show this beauty. And there you have it, 647 Silk Taupe. I will have more video footage on my Instagram and TikTok. As per usual, these eyeshadow queens, they come with these tiny applicators. It didn't come with a pouch as the Plan de Paris. Instead, they decide to do something different on the cover, which is something that I like even more than the pouch, because although the pouch is beautiful, I don't use pouches very often. Even when I travel, sometimes I just forget about them. So let's go ahead and get started with swatches. I will be doing some comparisons in a little. Okay, this is a very beautiful muted taupe shade in a matte finish. Each of these quads feature matte finish, pearly finishes, and satin finish. Okay, this is what I will call satin, borderline a little bit on the metallic side. Let's see this shade. Oh, okay, this one is true satin. So lovely. So I guess this is the pearly finish. The embossing too, it's all about the Cannage. Then we have a muted mauve pinky tone. They glide nice and smooth. And then the last shade is also a matte shade. Oh wow, look at this. This matte shade looks promising. Do you see this? Oh my gosh. Okay, here are the swatches. I'm going to start with this matte shade first and a BK Beauty 202 brush. I want to hear from you. Did you pick up any of these shadows? I posted it on my Instagram when they release. And there were a ton of people very interested about this collection, but a ton of people that they thought too that this is going to be the new formulation. And honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so. Knowing Dior, okay, that went so nice and smooth. This all over the eyelid will look incredible. Gonna build up a little bit more on the outer third just to diffuse this shade. Sonia G Blender Pro and the deepest shade. This shade, I'm gonna apply it on the outer third of the eyelid and just diffuse it. Okay, this is diffusing so easy. Something that with Dior eyeshadow formulation in their permanent line at times is very inconsistent. Sometimes the matte shades are very blendable, sometimes they are not. You will never find fallout, but Dior has reformulated their eyeshadows again in the permanent line, I think by now 3 times since I started my YouTube channel. I mean, I'm talking about going almost into 6 years. And the formula now doesn't have talc. In fact, on this formulation, you're going to find cornstarch, but not talc. And they are supposed to be long-wearing eyeshadows too, which don't we all look for that on eyeshadows? You don't want to for your eyeshadow to be like null by the end of the day. That's for sure. Okay. This brown shade is lovely, and it does have a subtle pink undertone, not reddish, it's not warm, it's not even cool tone, it's still within the neutral. You can tell as I'm diffusing it that there's a tiny bit of a pink undertone to it, and I'm not mad about it. I love that. It just gives such a feminine, delicate flair. BK Beauty 204 brush, going to the deepest shade, and I'm just gonna drag it on my lower lash line. Sonia G Builder Pro, and I'm gonna go to the middle shade, and this shade is going by the third of the eyelid without covering the matte shade. I'm just gonna build it up. Now, as I always say, you don't need to use every single eyeshadow in the quint or even a quad to create a look. I'm just doing it for review purposes because I want to make sure to see how each of these products are performing on the eyelid. Very soft. It does have pigmentation, but the formula is quite thin, so it doesn't gather on the very fine lines. You see right there, there's such an elegance on these eyeshadows. My goodness. Smith 253 brush, I'm going to the pinkier shade. I'm taking it inner third all the way to the middle. Look at the elegance of this pink eyeshadow. It doesn't give you pink eye, it's just elegant. So elegant. Wow. I'm going to use the other side of the same brush. I'm going to this lighter shade. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the pearly finish. I'm going to tap it right on the center just to give a little bit of a focal point. Slightly there. That looks fabulous. I'm sure we can jazz it up a little bit more. I'm gonna go back to it now with my finger, and I'm just gonna tap it lightly. Okay, you see, it just gives a lot more payoff. I'm sure that if we go again with the brush and we wet the brush with, say, a setting spray, this is by Hourglass. Do you remember the beautiful setting spray in a tin can from Dior? Why is not back? I really want that one. It's so good. And I'm just gonna apply it wet on this side. You see, that will give you like more of almost a metallic finish. And also by applying it with a setting spray of any kind, it would just add on the longevity of any eyeshadow, not only on this eyeshadow. Refer 03 brush, and now going to the lighter shade, and I'm gonna just pop it on my inner corners and my brow bone. taking a Sonia G flat definer and going to the deepest matte shade. I'm going to concentrate it on the lower lash line, on the outer third, and I'm going to line my upper lash line with this too. I'm very impressed about this matte chocolate brown formulation because I was able to pack the eyeshadow without fallout. That is quite impressive. In love with this eyeshadow look. So ethereal and so beautiful. This is so good. So good, friends. Now let's go to the Dior Show Overvolume Mascara. The packaging is to die for. A 24-hour long-wearing mascara that will give you volume and lash by lash definition. Look at that wand. It's kind of like an hourglass wand, large and in charge, with a 24-hour wear, and it does have some ingredients that will strengthen your lashes, like D-panthenol and other waxes that will help for your lashes to look very defined. Let's see if the claims are accurate. Let's go first with one eye, and we will just compare. Well, I don't need to compare much. Definitely it's giving me definition right away. This is with one deep application. What are your thoughts with this mascara? One pass versus my lashes that are pretty much inexistent right now. They are becoming thinner and smaller by the minute. Okay, let's just keep building it and see if they don't get stuck together. Now we're talking. This mascara is giving a ton of volume, at the same time definition. Okay, you know what? This is reminding me a lot to the YSL Lash Clash mascara. That look at the volume that is giving. Like it's giving falsies without having falsies. Wow. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna apply just a tiny bit on my lower lashes. The one is big, so you just have to be careful. Well, excuse me, Dior, but this to this, it's obvious. Over volume, Dior show. Yeah, Dior is putting a show here. This mascara is insanity. Insane. They need to bring this in brown too. I love black, but I think a good deep brown would be amazing to have. Now, it doesn't say anything that this mascara is limited edition in the website, and I hope that it stays permanent at Dior's Beauty. I mean, they have to. How can they get rid of such an amazing mascara? I mean, you can have them fan out with a little bit of volume, very natural, or you can go with full drama. Simply insane. I'm in shock with this mascara. So good, and love this packaging. Love the ganache print. Don't miss it out. Just get it. Obviously, I will let you know if there's some flaking or some transfer, but I mean, this is just so impressive. The new lipstick shade, Dior Rodeo. And Dior also has come out with new cases. I pass on them. I think I have plenty of them, and that's pretty good to me. This shade looks stunning. Let me show you a little swatch here. Okay. That's a nice, almost pinky brown. Look how good it looks with the eyeshadow palette. A pretty nude tone. Such a lovely nude shade. A lot of you have asked me for some comparisons. Here I have Ball Mask. This has also some taupe tones. So from here to here. I got here Soft Cashmere, the old formula, which beloved one for many. And I also have the new formula. The old Soft Cashmere is up top. and the new one at the bottom. If you can tell, soft cashmere is definitely cooler in tone. Also with my order, I got a few samples. One fragrance that I had been meaning to try is Ambre Nuit, but the Spirit de Parfum. This one, it's another iteration. Look at the juice dark. This is supposed to have spices like cinnamon, cardamom. It's an ambery fragrance, a little bit of musk in it. I mean, unfortunately, these ones do not have a spray, but I'm just gonna apply a little bit right here and just smell it. Ooh. This is a very intense kind of fragrance that is interesting because it smells strong in terms of spices. Like it's really prominent, the cardamom in it. But at the same time, you can tell it's kind of like a cleaner scent with that musk note. Very business appropriate kind of fragrance. Okay, Ambre Nuit Esprit de Parfum. And before I go into my final thoughts, I received the gift for being part of the loyalty program. I think this is the gold tier gift for this year. So big, look, this is huge, so huge. Let me show you what is inside. You're gonna die. Well, please don't die. But this is one of the things that I love about getting my orders directly from the Dior website and being part of the loyalty program, which is completely free. I mean, free of charge. And every time that you do a purchase through Dior Beauty, you accumulate points, and those points will get you to different tier. I think the first tier is pearl, then silver, gold, and platinum, something like that. So for every tier, you receive a free gift. And it's not that you have to make a purchase when the gift is available to you. You can just add it to cart, check out, and you will receive it at home. But look at this. Oh my gosh. So here it is, a full size of the Dior Addict Lip Glow Balm. So excited, friends. So excited. One of my favorite hand creams as of right now, Christian Dior Le Balm. And this is great not only for your hands, but also for your face, say if you're traveling. And the component is very nice, sleek, easy to open too. And I mean, which loyalty program from the luxury world will give you a signed bag? This is a Dior tote. It says here, Christian Dior around the world. So big, so nice. It's like, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, these for traveling during the summertime. Love it. I mean, aside to the beautiful limited edition Mother's Day packaging and these gifts, I'm just like obsessed. But let's be serious. What about this eyeshadow palette? Love the performance. The formulation is different to the formula from the permanent line, which I'm happy to report. And I'm saying that not because I dislike the formulation from the Dior permanent line, but since they reformulated for like the third time, it's still not the very, very best in the luxury world. It gives you a really nice eyeshadow look, don't get me wrong, you will not be disappointed. But there are other formulations that shine more, such as, say, for example, YSL. I mean, these eyeshadows, they are like super smooth, so creamy, the payoff is gorgeous, and they are just so good. If you want me to compare these to this formula is more creamy, and even creamier are the Prada eyeshadows. Those are more like, they have a kind of like a spongy kind of texture that when they glide on the eyelids, they look like it's a cream to powder formulation. And those are very different from this Dior formula. But to me, this formula is an upgrade to the permanent line formulation. I wish though that Dior will just be more consistent on the formulation. I personally love the formula that was brought into the Plan de Paris collection that was launched last year. This formula is just like to die for. Creamy, and each of the shades, they just carry so much pigment. They are just insane. Mostly for a luxury kind of eyeshadow palette, which it could be a little bit hard to promote in terms of, you know, who are the clients, say for Dior, right? They are not looking for something in the level of Natasha Denona. It's not their comfort zone. And that's exactly why those clients, they are not gonna go to look for artistic kind of eyeshadow palettes. But going back to this Ganache formulation, I think it's a full-on upgrade. I mean, you could tell on the way that the eyeshadows not only sparkle, the way that they carry on the pigment so well. I think this is just the formula, and I do not understand, cannot comprehend why Dior is just, you know, they come up with different collections, and on each different collection, it's, you know, limited edition. The eyeshadow palettes from this Ganache collection, they are all neutrals. If anything, I think they should have come out also with, I don't know, an eyeshadow palette like this, and just keep it permanent, call it the Ganache collection, and that's it. I know it could kill the permanent line, but I think it will be just, I mean, such a referral for Dior. Also, I mean, like, they couldn't even, like, I wouldn't have, like, forgive them, you know, if they have to reformulate everything and come out with this formula or the Plan de Paris formulation. I will be like, fine, as long as you find your sweetest spot and a spot that all of us can be like, okay, you know, when I'm going with you, there's no variation, you know, like, I know what I'm getting, the formula is consistent and whatnot. I think it has been very hard for many brands of any kind, and from low to high to luxury, to remove talc from their formulations, because talc just gives a little bit of refinement on the eyeshadows. But like YSL, Prada has proven that it can be done. It can definitely be done, be creamy, be beautiful, non-powdery, and it can be done. And this one, although not as creamy as the one, again, I don't want to repeat myself, from YSL or Prada, they are so smooth and they are so silky and thin that they are a pleasure to apply. The elegance of this palette is undeniable. And the color stories too are all color stories that, I don't know, honestly, they remind me a lot to the YSL first launch of kind of like, not nude, but you know what I mean? Like this palette, it looks a lot to another palette of the Ganache. Does it make sense? But that's why I'm saying, why they don't keep it, you know, like, that's it. This is kind of like another core line for Dior, and is the Ganache line. I mean, who would not love to have something like this on their collection, right? And with this elegance of formula, I'm just like, chef's kiss. Honestly, they did an excellent job, and as excellent job they have done with this mascara. I mean, I don't need to talk anymore about it. You saw it in action. There you have it. In terms of the lip shine, I mean, we all know how beautiful they are, and the shade is gorgeous. It's a beautiful nude tone with a little bit of a warm pink tone. Gorgeous. But anyhow, friends, I would love to hear from you. Have you picked up any of these new Dior Ganache collection eyeshadows, the Dior Overvolume Mascara? Let's continue that conversation in the comment section down below. If this video serves you on any help, please give it a thumbs up. It will help me so much, and it will help other people to find this kind of content. And if you haven't done so yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hey, we hit 55,000 subscribers. So happy. So happy. Let's celebrate. And we just want for this channel to keep growing. So if you haven't done so yet, subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of the uploads. If you are in Instagram and TikTok, come and follow me there. And if you're not done watching my content, I will be leaving a couple other videos at the end of the screen that I'm sure you're gonna love. See you then.